Hey, welcome back to another Moralis video. My name is Bharat, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can use Moralis API to track and chart NFT floor prices for any given NFT collection. So let's get started. So this is what we're going to be building in this tutorial, and as you can see, this is basically an NFT floor price tracker. For any given contract address and chain, you can basically get the collection metadata and also the floor price history over time. Based on the chart duration you've selected, you'll be able to query the NFT floor price over time, and as you can see, you also get the floor price in ETH as well as the USD. So before we get started with building this React app, let's actually just understand quickly about Moralis and how you could quickly get your API key to build this. So essentially, Moralis is the crypto data platform. And as you can see right here, Moralis basically provides devs with on-chain data, particularly in the form of APIs, SDKs, and RPC nodes. So if you're a dev, you can basically leverage Moralis to build any sorts of wallet applications, portfolio applications, any solutions you basically want. So now to get started, you can just head to login. And once you have logged into the platform, you will be able to see your dashboard. So let's just wait for this. As you can see, the Moralis dashboard basically gives you a complete overview on your current compute unit consumption, your API key. You can basically access our developer documentation, tutorials, etc. straight from here. So now to get started, you can just copy your API key and head to documentation. So to head to documentation, you can just click on Explore Docs, and that will basically take you to docs.moralis.com, which I have open here. So once you're here, now you can basically head to the NFT API in order to go over the NFT floor price APIs. And once you're in the NFT API section, you can head to get NFT prices. And if you see right here, we have three APIs. One is to get the NFT floor price by contract, and this is going to give you the floor price for the given contract address. Then you can also get the NFT floor price for the token, which basically again represents the floor price or the lowest price for that given token ID. And you also have get NFT historical floor price by contract, and that's the API that we're using in this particular application to build this chart. So now to start with, let's start with the get NFT floor price by contract. So you just need to copy your API key, and once you've pasted that right here, you can basically paste a given address of an NFT contract that you want to check the floor price for. So we're going to query the floor price of the Lil Pudgy smart contract. So if you want to query that, let's just open up a specific NFT, and now you get the contract address right here. So let's take the contract address and just paste this over here, and let's hit test live API. So now if you see this, you basically can see the response. You get the floor price USD, the currency, and also the marketplace from which the floor price is fetched. So as you can see, it's fetching the floor price from the Blur marketplace, and you also get the logo of Blur as well. So you also have a last updated timestamp that determines when this floor price data was last updated or refreshed. So this is how you can essentially get the NFT floor price by contract. So the next one that we're going to see is for getting the floor price by token. And now we're going to do the same thing, but let's basically try fetching the floor price for this given token ID. So I'm just going to put the same contract address. Let's also take the token ID. Once you have done that, you can basically select the chain, and since this is ETH, it's correct. And now we can just try the curl command. So I'm just going to copy the curl snippet and open up a new window in my terminal. Let's just paste this, and let's just put the JQ flag so it's formatted properly. As you can see, we got the response back, and the response basically contains the address, the token ID, the floor price, the floor price in USD, and the marketplace from where it fetched this floor price from. And as you can see, it was able to fetch the floor price from OpenSea, and it shows the floor price as 1.32 for this particular NFT that we fetched. And this is in Ether, and this is the relevant USD value of that. So this is how you can use the NFT floor price by token API to fetch the NFT floor price for its specific NFT itself. So the next one is to get the NFT historical floor price by contract. And let's use the same thing. Let's take the Pudgy contract address. Let's paste this here. And now you can again set the interval for which you want to query. So if I'm setting this as 30 days, now you can just copy the curl snippet again, and let's just paste this here and just add the JQ flag. And now you should be able to see the response right here. So this gives us like the floor price across the series or time series data we require. So essentially for 30 days, you're getting the floor price. So, and this is the timestamp at which the floor price was determined. And as you can see, we basically get all of the floor price data over the period of time. And that's essentially how you can use the get NFT historical floor price API for fetching the floor prices over a certain duration of time. So that's basically on the floor price. And now we're going to go over how you can use this API within our React application to build the floor price tracker. So let's start going into the code base. And before that, let's just give this a quick try. And what you can do is you can again take the contract address and select a duration. So I'm just going to go with 7 days and let's hit search. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the collection metadata. 1 second. Okay, so you can basically see this is showing the floor price over the span of 7 days. And now we change it to 30. Here you get the floor price basically over the span of 30 days, and you can again adjust this and even get the floor price for 1 day. So within 1 day you can see how much the floor price has varied, and you get the timestamps as well as the dates in which the floor price was basically updated for this particular collection. So you can see how it basically varies over time. So to get started building this, what you can do is you can just open your terminal and follow npx create react app in order to just create a basic react app. So I'm just going to go into create a folder. So once you have created the folder, you can just go back into this and you can do npx create react app, and that's going to create the react app template for you. So once you've basically done this, you would have the React application set up. The next step would be to install the necessary packages which you require. And I already have this set up, so I'm just going to go over the code. So as you can see right here, these are the packages that you would basically require. You would require chart.js and also React chart.js in order to build the chart itself. Then you can also install the Axios if you're basically using Axios to query the API. And now let's basically go into the code base. So as you can see right here, we have certain number of state variables, contract address for setting the contract address that the user wants to query. Then we have the chain, we have the duration, we have the metadata itself and the historical data. So we're calling two APIs in order to show this. One is we're using the NFT collection metadata endpoint, which you can again find in the docs under the get NFT metadata function. So over here, if you see, you can basically see the function which is get NFT metadata, and this is what we are making use of for getting the collection metadata. And sorry, here's the API, and this basically returns us the token address, the name, when it was synced, the contract type, the collection logo, etc. So this is the API that we're making use of. So we have to have a state variable for capturing the metadata, and the second state variable is for capturing the historical data. So here's where we make the API call for fetching the metadata, and as you can see here, we're querying for our contract address that the user has entered along with the chain which is specified by the user. So once you have done that, we are also having the API key which is defined in the env file. So you can just go to env.example, clone this, and paste your API key here, which you obtain from the Moralis dashboard. So once you've basically done that, then you will be able to access the env variables, and with that you can basically query the fetch metadata function for getting the NFT metadata, and this is the other function for fetching the historical price data. So here you can see we have the floor price slash historical endpoint, and this is going to get the duration based on how much the user has selected. Once that's all configured, then you can basically see it's making the call, setting the metadata response here. Similarly, it's setting the historical data response here. We're just reversing the array so that we in our chart we get the latest entry in the front and the older entry on the latest entry on the right and the older entry on the left. So depending on your preference, you could basically decide to reverse it or not. And these are some configs that we're setting for our chart. And as you can see, we're just having a label NFT floor price set, and we have different configs for the border color, the background color, etc. And this is the actual HTML that's getting returned. And as you can see right here, we have the input fields for set capturing the user's contract address, the chain, and the chart duration, which you can see right here. And we have a list of options to select from as well. So you can select between 1 day to overall time, which will let you basically build a comprehensive chart analysis for the NFT collection that you're trying to visualize. So this is how you can essentially get the NFT floor prices. And once you've gotten that, you've basically displaying the collection metadata for the first API right here. And after that, we are basically getting the historical data that we just reversed in order to show it in the form of the line chart. So this is the method that we are basically using within the chart.js library, and this is going to let us plug in the chart data, and chart options is basically what we see right here. So you can again adjust these chart options such as the x-axis, y-axis, colors, etc., and that will basically let you show this line chart in so and so manner. So essentially, this is how you can leverage the NFT floor price APIs in order to build the NFT floor price tracker, which again can track the floor prices over time for any given collection. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe so that you could receive notifications whenever we make more such tutorials. Thank you for watching.